So now let's look at improving our operations in the infographics section. And here we want better spacing and centralizing of our elements. So before, these elements weren't centralized, so you'd have the radial bar in one place and the text in another place, and also they didn't integrate that well in terms of their look and feel with these other ones. So that's been improved, and so this is just a quick look at that. So let's go over to the code. Here, of course, we want to look at the infographics section. And now we have available to us, number one, just the look of these radial ones have changed. So it's centralized, so there's nothing to do there. It will just be centralized. But if you notice in here, now we have the option to integrate some other elements. So we might put text in here, or we might actually put in whole user interface elements. So you might, for example, want to include these arrow style progress things here. So we want to be able to add other elements into these spaces as well. And we can do that fairly easily if we reference one of the attributes of these created items. So to do that, let's look for, let's see, so here, for example, this radial progress bar has this extra text in it. So I'm just going to search for it. So here we can see we've created the circle in the usual way. And now if we want to add other elements to it, we reference using the script port attribute. So script port is going to be an attribute that's in all objects of type AUE info prog bar. So whatever type of template we've used, it's going to have a script port, and then if we add the extra text in it, then that's going to show up there. And you see we've done the same thing here as well. So in this icon style of one, you've also got that extra text. And then in this text one as well. So remember, we have these different types of templates. So in the text one also, you can add that additional text there. So again, all you have to do is reference the script port attribute of the object that's been created. And you can add whatever you like here. I'm only adding a script, but you can go and add whatever object you want. You could, so by the way, this is shorthand, so this is obviously an AUE div. But if you wanted to go and add a form in, or you wanted to add another progress bar element, or whatever you want to add in here, you can add it in the same way that you add to any user interface element. You reference the element, and then you say .add, and you provide an ID slug, and then you specify the type, and you specify the attributes or the characteristics of that type, and then it will go ahead and draw that into the subscript part of that. So you can get quite a lot of customization of your elements in this way. So when we were looking at the layout, we have these cards here, and then we want to be able also to get rid of the image. So sometimes we just want to use the card. We don't want to use the image in the card. So to do that, we can simply omit the image tag. So if we go back to the layout, excuse me. So here in this first card row, we specified an image here, we specified another image there. So those two cards had images. And then we want to be able to create a card without an image. So your card, so let's make a second row of cards. So card row 2. So we've created a second row of cards. And then for this first one, you can see we've omitted an image here. So this one has an image, this one has no image. And so if you simply omit the image attribute, then it will draw the card without the image there. So that's one. And then the other thing is a new reference to the body of the card. So if you wanted to add more user interface elements into your card, so let's say you wanted to stick a little form in here, then you would do that using, let's see, that's this one. So here there is an attribute called active. So your card 2 is obviously the reference to this one. So we've created a card here, and we've stuck a reference in card 2. So now all cards have a reference which is called active. So the active port, I suppose. So if you say card2.active, then that gives you a reference into which you can add whatever elements you like. So here we are creating a form inside of this card. So there's the form building up there. And obviously you can style this as much as you like. You can create columns, you can create a grid here, and you can get things aligned to that side, and whatever you like. So you can be as radical as you like inside of the cards as well.